Hi Michael, sorry I didn't get this video to you yesterday. I was out of the office, turned out for the whole day, so I didn't get a chance to make it. You see I am in a D2L shell and I'm at the grades page, which you access through Progress, just a quick reminder there. And remember, you enter grades here, and this is where you're going to manage categories and graded items. So just a quick review of some things I think we've talked about before, but I know this is confusing. It's your first semester using it. So I want to show you these first two examples here at the top. This is a category that I've set up, and this is an actual graded item. And you do not have to have categories. You can just have, you know, let's say you have 20 assignments total for the whole semester. You could just have 20 columns that give the point values for each assignment, and the gradebook will just add up total points that the student has earned. But if you do want categories, because you want students to see where certain assignments fit in, because you created maybe some point breakdowns or some percentage breakdowns in the syllabus to show them the different kinds of assignments they're doing. I do that, but not everybody has to. It could just be, here are the 5 assignments, or however many assignments, and it's just a point total. But if you have these categories, then showing students where the assignment fit within the assignment category is something you can do. Again, not required. So I will just show you this. I'm going to, it's already set up, but I want to show you what it looks like if I wanted to edit a category. I actually can't change very much. I could change the title. I could add some restrictions. I've given it a short name so that if I want to use it or use the category or have the students look at the category, this is what they will see. And I can change point distribution here. I can exclude stuff from, but I'm not going to change anything, because the only reason I set up the category was because I wanted students in this particular grade book. This happens to be the professional development that you guys, the high school instructors, completed at the beginning of the fall semester. I just wanted you to see the major tasks I was asking to do and where the assignment fell under, right? So this is what a category looks like. When you set it up, it looks exactly like a new item that you're adding to the grade book. So just wanted to show you how much different this looks in comparison to, let me get to the graded item now that I actually did put in that same category. So let me edit this one. So this was the assignment for uploading the syllabus at the beginning of the fall semester, and you can see here, so this is the name of the assignment. You can see here, this is where it was added to a category. I can remove that if I would like and click Save and Close. So if you, I guess basically what I'm saying is, if you've set up categories, you can't change them to graded items. If you have graded items that you have matched up with categories, you can remove the categories. You can delete the categories if you decide not to use them. But you can't change a category into a graded item. So if you have inadvertently created a bunch of categories instead of graded items, then you'll have to go back and add all those graded items in. But here's a graded item I've already created. I can revise it if I need, change the total points, add it as a bonus. I can make these changes if I need to, change restrictions, etc., but I'm not going to. So one more quick reminder. So these are categories and graded items that have already been added, because I suspect that you have some of that, and I just want you to know what you're looking at. Okay, I'm going to go back into this one. I don't think it gets identified as a category. It just says, yeah, it does. It says edit category. So you'll be able to see whether you are editing a category or editing a graded item. Let's go back and double check the other one. I'm pretty sure it says graded item. Let's check. It doesn't say graded item, it just says item, but it is a part of the grade that's being calculated. So just adding that extra word in there. And then new. I always choose new item. I don't even actually go through when I'm doing my grade book and add in separate categories as an extra step, because if I'm just doing a numeric item, new item means new column in the grade book. Let me just call this quiz. I'm just making up a silly one. If I need to add a category to this item, I can do it. I can select from the drop down what I already have, or at this point I can add a new. So I'm never going to go through and just add categories. It seems like a waste of time to me if I can just add it at the same time I'm doing an item. I'm just going to add a new category that I don't have yet, right? Then I can decide on these other things, click save and close, which I'm not going to do. So just, I hope this video has been helpful in some way. I'm going to show you one more thing, then we'll be done. From your email, I understood that you weren't sure if you had to use categories, and the answer is no, you do not. So if I go back to the grade book, which is I get to it by clicking on enter grades, then I can see my categories are up here, okay, and these are my graded items. Are the categories necessary? No, only the graded items are. So I'll let you decide how you want to organize your grade book. But, you know, it's your first time using this silly program, so maybe make it simple on yourself and just do your graded items and worry about more complicated things in a future semester, okay? If you have questions today, I'm in the office. Feel free to give me a call, 303-678-3725. Have a good weekend, Michael. Thanks.